3. All right, we're starting. Just no countdown. Now, Tess has a few hectares of raspberry canes. Each year after every harvest, she sells raspberries to the local shop. If she had a particularly good crop, she uses excess raspberries to make either jam. How do I pronounce that? Cullis? Coulis? Cullis. Cullis. Raspberry ripple ice cream. Recording. Okay. 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 So this year, Tess has 4 units left after delivering her order to the shop. The profit in euros she will get for these are as follows: 1 unit of jam is 80, 2 units of jam is 155, 3 units of jam 200, 4 units of jam 230. I think we all understand the table. You sell the different flavors at different quantities. You get different amounts. Is that okay? Let's begin. So we'll start off with the very first one. I'm using the rub out here. Units available 0. Units allocated 0. Units left 0. That essentially means I did nothing. Okay, do nothing, get nothing. That makes sense? Do nothing, get nothing. Now, next one. We can have 1 unit available, 2 units available, 3 units available, 4 units available. Why don't I have 5 units available? Can anybody tell me why I can't go down to 5? You only have 4 units. So that's why I can't go beyond 4. Right? Now, units allocated 1, units left 0. So it means, I think that means I had 1 unit available, I allocated 1 unit. So what do you think my number is going to be? 70. Done. Next one. I have 2 units available. I'm going to allocate those 2 units. I'm going to sell them both. What do you think I have here? 140. Next one. I'm going to have 3 units available. I'm going to sell all 3 units. There's nothing left over. And what do I get there? 210. Next one's pretty obvious, isn't it? 4 units available. Sell all 4 units. I have no units left over. And I get 280. So that's basically going through the raspberry ripple. I can sell 0 of them. I could sell 1, 2, 3, or 4 units, depending on what I want to do. We good so far? Now, this stuff here, Cullis, or however how I pronounce it, I don't know how to pronounce it. 0. Okay. 1, 2, 3 is down here. And that's interesting. Right. Now let's think about this. Imagine we do nothing with the Cullis. That we just don't do anything with it. So we're going to 0, 0, 0, and 0. We've done nothing with it. We didn't make any. We didn't allocate any. So there's nothing to report. Now, what about one of them? You get 1. Now, you make 1. You allocate 1. And what you have here, guys? What do you think? What number should go here? Huh? 60. Okay. Why is it 60? Yeah, because we only had 1 unit and we sold 1 unit. Is that right? Now, what happens if we don't allocate anything? We had 1 unit, but that 1 unit was not Cullis. What must have it been then? It must have been the raspberry ripple that you made in the previous section, which cost you how much? 70. Now, if you aren't sure about this line, you had 1 unit available, but you didn't allocate any of those units to making your Cullis, which means that unit must have been from the raspberry ripple section. Understand? Okay. Now, next one. You have 2 units available. You allocate both units to making Cullis. So how much is that, you reckon? You have no units remaining because you sell both units. What do we think goes here? 110. Excellent. Next one. I'm just going to keep putting 2s here just so we know that we're in the 2 section. Okay. We have 2 units available. we allocate one of them to making Cullis. And we have 1 unit left. Oh wait, so we have a unit left over. That's interesting. What do you reckon it's going to be? 130. One raspberry ripple and one Cullis. So the Cullis was what, guys? 60, was it? And the raspberry ripple is 70. See, the unit left over, we have to use 2 units. So the unit we have left over is obviously the raspberry ripple. Okay. What about the next section? You allocate none of it. None of them are Cullis. You have 2 units available, none of them are Cullis. That means 2 of them must be raspberry ripple. And how much does 2 raspberry ripples cost me? 140. Okay? Let's keep running through our program here. Now we're on to 3. Ready for this? 3. Allocate all 3 to Cullis. How much is 3 Cullis worth? Huh? 205. Excellent. Now, just while I'm here, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. At least I think it is. No. It's a 4 then. Okay. What's another way of breaking this up? Allocate 2 of them to Cullis, 1 of them left over. So that's 2 Cullis and 1 raspberry ripple. How much is 2 Cullis? How much is 1 raspberry ripple? So what do we think here? Done. Next one. What do we reckon? 3, 2, 1. 1 Cullis, 0, 1, 2. 1 Cullis, 2 raspberry ripple, and that will total how much? Can you tell me? 200. What was that? Was the raspberry ripple was 140, was it? And the Cullis was 60. Okay. Excellent. What about the next one? 0 Cullis. You depend on 3 raspberry ripples. So that gets you 210. So just so we're clear, in each section, there's obviously a winner of who is the most expensive, okay? So see this yellow section here. Who's the most expensive in that section? That 210, isn't it? And then in this blue section, sorry, the 2 section, you can draw a straight line, wouldn't you? Who's the most expensive here? Huh? The 140, isn't it? And then finally, there's 2 other sections, isn't there? Oh, sorry, that's actually in the blue section. And then there's this section here, which is just the you're doing nothing section, but we don't really care too much about that. Doesn't cost anything. All right, we cool? Okay, let's go to, we'll take away those colors now because they're wrecking our heads. What? Oh, sorry. My bad. Sorry, the ones are in their own section. So the ones have their own section, which is just 60 and 70, isn't it? Is that all right? Yeah. Let's go down a bit further. Okay, 4. You can have 4 Cullises. How much is 4 Cullises? 4 Cullis? 250. How much is 3 Cullis? 3 Cullis? 205. 205 plus 1 raspberry. What do we think? 275. What about the next one? 2 what? 2 Cullis, 2 raspberry ripples. How much is 2 Cullis? 2 Cullis is? What? 110. And 2 raspberry ripple? And that'll be what? 250. Now finally, one Cullis and 3 raspberry ripple. How much is 1 Cullis? And 3 raspberry ripple? Yeah, it's faster if you call out the numbers. Just means I'm not going up and down all the time. Cool. Okay. Now we have one more of these. 0 Cullis and 4 raspberry ripple. How much is 4 raspberry ripple? 280. So making 4 Raspberry Ripple is the most expensive in that sector, isn't it? So we have the 4 Raspberry Ripple, the 210. I think it's profit. So, okay. Now, jam. Hoping there's only a small bit to do with jam here, okay? So we can allocate 4, make 4, and what can we do then? 0, yeah? Make all 4 jam. So how much would that be? Yeah, I actually, that's a mistake. I did that last night. It's 2:30. Now, next one. 3 jam, 1 of a different type. Now, do you know the 1 of the different type? It's the most expensive number 1 we can find. What's the most expensive number 1? Which is what? 70. And how much is 3 jams? 200. What do we think? 270. Now, next thing we're doing is 2 and 2. 2 jams and 2 of any other objects. Now, what's 2 jams worth? What? And what's the most expensive number 2 we can find? Raspberry for 140. So what do we reckon there? 295. Finally, 1 raspberry. Oh, sorry, 1 jam and 3 raspberries. What do we reckon there? Anybody? 1 jam is 80 and 3 raspberries. What? 210. What do we get? 290. And then the last one is just 0 and 4, isn't it? So what's our best way of making profit here? 2 jams and 2 Raspberry Ripple, and that will get us a profit of €295. It's not difficult, it's just long. Where is my recorder gone?